Okay, Mills, is this guy French?
He's Irish.
I knew it! You lying sacks of shit! I knew he was Irish. Fucking, I had loads of French jokes prepared, you pieces of shit.
I'm sorry, buy my mixtape.
Chérie, pensez-vous que t'allez répéter mon?
True though.
So if he's Irish, then I'm gonna have to God damn it, Anthony.
I don't even have any questions planned.
Well, I've got some basic shit, like, what's your favorite moment? How has Ryan's mixtape affected you? What do you think? He's Irish, you motherfucker!
Of course he is.
I knew it. I called it. Henry is not a French name. You don't get more Irish than Henry. Fucking called it, so you do shut your mouths. I can't believe you did that.
Of course I did. It's me.
Can't believe you've done this.
And the burning donut. I like Gamergate memes.
Alright. This is FNGR welcoming you with freaking BritishNinja.
Hello!
rionrhinoMills.
I got Subway.
Yes, you did. Princess Molestia.
Why, hello there, my sexy subjects.
And this is Henry, King of the Britons. Freaking some guy from
Ireland.
Odd? What's the
Odd.
real name? Order of the Dimwitted Doves.
Yes.
Hello?
There
Okay,
we go.
got it.
That's
We
beautiful.
got it. We got
You
it.
sound more sexier.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a little cold.
Very good.
Alright, Henry. What's Ireland like, and why is it a better place than Britain?
Well, you see, the thing about it is, we have a lot of rain, but we don't get snow. So, the thing is, you
it's
never
exactly like
worry. Okay, fine then. Okay, fine. It is better because there actually is no reason. It's actually, in many ways, either the same or worse.
Alright then.
You're not really missing anything.
Is it because Ireland is green?
Oh, yes. It's, you're really not missing anything by not coming here.
What are your thoughts on a bunch of pseudo-intellectuals?
It is a very intellectually not anti-stimulating. Many of the members, such as Caden Marks and Zerarick, are very anti-feminist people, and I think they are very, very damaging to the internet. If I could, I would remove them from the internet.
Well, since you brought that up, what are your thoughts on our Lord and Savior Derterifii's girlfriend?
Oh, she is a very, very intellectually stimulating woman. I think she actually brings very many good arguments to the table. One of my personal favorites was when she criticized a bot commentary and gave a lot of valid arguments. Very, very, very good person. Would recommend. If she had a YouTube channel, I would subscribe to it 500 times.
Do you think that you'll see Jacob in Heck someday?
Oh, well, that is a very interesting point. That would imply I'm going to Heck as well, so no.
I don't want to run over BritishNinja since he's so thoroughly, prepared and you have a bunch of questions.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, let's do it.
Well, what are you planning for St. Patrick's Day coming up?
St. Patrick's Day is a holiday I do not participate in, and I usually just make fun of faggots who are very bad at it and get drunk like idiots.
Oh, you don't like to drink?
Oh.
But you're from Ireland.
Henry. Well,
I mean,
to be fair,
I'm even Irish, and I still drink on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, that would make me the equivalent of a Brony reviewer, and we do not want that now, do
Oh,
we?
no, absolutely not, sir.
Oh, the
What are your thoughts on bronies?
Oh, Bronies. They are a fan base I am very apathetic to. I have no opinion on them.
Oh,
like,
alright.
aside from a few.
Well, then
I'm
let
just
me interrupt you there and bring up the highest caliber of men things.
God damn it, I know what's coming.
Yes, there's this gentleman, this person. What do you think your thoughts on our Lord and Savior Lily Peet?
Lily Peet, otherwise known as Jerry Peet, is one of my favorite examples of a...
Go ahead.
He's one of my favorite examples of a brilliant person. I specifically like her attitude towards Josh Scorcher, but the thing that makes them in a league of their own compared to all these other Brony reviewers who I have a strong apathy towards is her opinion on the music industry. Very good. I wonder why he is not a music producer. He would take the industry in a very good direction and make it a very, very wonderful place to participate in.
But what are your
what
thoughts
is your
on...
opinion? What is your opinion on Golden Fox?
Oh boy.
Wow, such a man I have never seen a video from, and just generally avoid.
I was going to say, what are your thoughts on rap and dubstep?
Rap and dubstep. Okay, I'll be honest. Again, I'm like seriously here. I'm apathetic towards the music scene in general.
Mhm.
But like and I've never really listened to any dubstep, and the dubstep I have, I'm personally just not a fan of. And there's very few raps like I actually get behind. Although the soundtrack to Mad World is very, very great.
Now, I might have to do a commentary on you now like I did with Rose Quartz.
Yes,
God damn it.
Tell us about French people.
French people. You see, the thing about French people is that they're too French. They never try to be German, which is clearly the superior country. It had Hitler, and as we all know, Hitler was in Persona 2, the best Persona game. So if French people were more like German people, they'd be good, but they're not, so they're bad. And also, they have bread. Bread is literally cancer.
I see.
What would you consider to be your finest work?
My finest work? Well, I like the time I literally masturbated to a picture of Quentin Tarantino. That was my finest work, I must say.
Oh, glorious. Who's the one sort of content creator who you believe is overrated, if a term could even fathom?
I don't really know if I have an answer for this, because Jim Sterling probably, like, I find him funny sometimes, but I think, like, with things like hashtag fuck Konami, I think he's one of those people who frustrates me, because I remain subscribed to him because he can make an occasional good point, but, like, he usually just makes bad points, which is the most frustrating part. He's proven to be smart, but chooses not to be.
That's actually quite fascinating.
Tell us about Daredevil Zombie and why he's a cool guy.
Daredevil Zombie started out as a man who used Darth Vader from the Star Wars movies as an avatar. As you can tell, he had very low standards. However, over time, he has become the shitposter of geography, and as we all know, geography is very important. So, if you ever are curious about geography, you should go come all over his Kaiser Fiddlesticks. Very, very intellectually stimulating.
What do you think of his burning love for doodle tones?
Doodle Tones is a person very, very into her Cards Against Humanity.
Just like Doodle Tones is person very into person.
All right. I'm going to tell you about a very important individual here. Ryan loves this person. What do you think of the late great Mr. Flip Invader?
Oh, he is my man.
Is he the bae?
He is the bae.
Is he the bae? The babe.
Of course. But no, the thing is, I've actually talked to Flipper Invader like a few times, and he is art to talk to. He is just, and the fact that he like sucked up the Gem 99 show was like the icing on top of the most delicious cake.
Speaking of things that bring you a sense of euphoria, how has RhinoMills' mixtape affected you?
It has been a very, very personally like an experience. I personally think that the song on the mixtape that made me an entirely different human was the song Breast AIDS, because this man, I hear he's very sexy, called Henry, was on it. There was also many great discs. I also liked that people never make videos about Mega Man.
If you could make someone leave the community, who would it be?
Zerarick. Actually, no. Anti-12.
Which community?
Well, actually, Henry, if I could interject, if I could think of one person, I think you'd legitimately, I think you can feel me on this, Slothboy494, am I right, guys?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, being unironic for a second,
so
if I were to say, like, it depends, like, what community? Do you mean the commentary community or the internet community?
Just ban him from the internet.
Okay, right, the Slothboy494, and if this person was still in the commentary community, I would say him before anyone else. Gem 99 show. He's still in somewhere, so I would, like, generally, if you want someone off the internet, if I want someone off the internet, definitely want Gem 99 show off, because he's actually the most toxic person I've ever met.
So you wouldn't even let him on to look at.
And yeah,
have him leave the internet.
Yes, and if we're talking just about people in the commentary community that are in the community as of right now, I would definitely say Slothboy494, as his ideologies and his viewpoints on things are actually very toxic, and I'd hate for them to get spread around.
If you could make one celebrity join the commentary community, who would it be and why?
Quentin Tarantino or Bruce Willis.
Oh, nice. Any
Bruce
reason?
Willis, because I'd love to see his apathy towards everything, because that is him, and Quentin Tarantino, because I'd like to see how much he would overreact, because he beat someone up for not knowing things about movies.
He really did that?
Yeah, he did that. I read a book about him. In the 1980s, he beat someone up and got arrested because someone didn't know some movie knowledge. So I'd love to see how much he'd overreact in the commentary community.
What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino film?
Oh, I'll rank them. Death Proof is the worst. Then the Kill Bill films. They're all one big movie. Then probably Jackie Brown, Django Unchained. Then The Hateful Eight. Then Pulp Fiction. Then Inglourious Bastards, and then Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs and Inglourious Bastards switch a lot for my favorite. I think they have the best.
I might be wrong. I know Quentin Tarantino was in it. ? Dusk Till Dawn. Was that a Quentin Tarantino film?
I don't think it was his, but he was in it.
Okay, right. Here's the thing. I'll just go on and like talk about this in general. Quentin Tarantino wrote and was in From Dusk Till Dawn. However, it was directed by his friend Robert Rodriguez. The other films Quentin Tarantino wrote but not being the director of were True Romance, which he's really not that fond of, and Natural Born Killers, which he hates.
I'm adding on to your list of nicknames. Quentin Tarantino fan 42.
I'm surprised that didn't exist already, but sure. Also, if you want to talk about great Quentin Tarantino appearances, he was in Little Nicky for some reason.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Speaking of great directors, like Quentin Tarantino, what are your thoughts on Derek Savage, the director of Cool Cat Saves the Kids?
I love Derek Savage and everything he stands for. He is a beautiful human being. He might be he's my spirit animal, and I think he is.
Henry, darling, it sounds like you're getting a little emotional over this.
Oh yes, I am.
Do you need a tissue, dear?
Cool Cat has the best soundtrack of any movie.
To be fair, I have listened to it.
Speaking of beautiful specimens, what do you think of your old owl that you and Jim covered when you first got in Gibbontake, the most beautiful specimen ever?
Gibbontake is a man I've talked to, and he's of high standards. Let me tell you.
It's more than I can say.
Well, I mean, at least. It said the first time you ever talked to him was when you were talking to him about his video that you and Jim covered, and Jim was being cancer.
No. The first time I talked to him was me solo, and then Jim talked to him in a group.
Rip Gibbon.
Do you have any a safe space with bully-proof windows?
Well, safe space of what?
Bully-proof windows.
No, because I want Butch the Bully to be in my life.
What word triggers you?
According to Twitter, even though this is like the most false statement ever, Danganronpa apparently triggers me. So if you're gonna go by other people, that apparently triggers me. But if you're gonna go by what actually triggers me, the word dick triggers me because I am very insecure about the fact that I have one. And if anyone calls me my real name David, I will literally block you, and I will make sure you call me Dove, my real name, for the rest of your life. And if you do not accept the fact that I am a woman, I will literally kill you.
I couldn't tell you were fucking around at first. Nice.
I know,
Oh my god.
Henry,
It's okay,
God
Richard.
Dang it. We're gonna Henry.
So what are your thoughts on the name Richard?
Richard, what a very, very unattractive name. I hear the people who usually have that name only have one hand.
God dang it, Henry.
They are apparently very good at playing Super Smash Brothers, particularly as the Mewtwo type.
God
Oh,
dang
he's a
it.
king. So you like Smash Brothers then?
Oh, yeah, I like Smash Bros.
Nice.
Who's your main?
It depends. In the first game, probably,
What do you think of people who play DDD?
DDD is objectively the worst character.
Oh, baby.
No, he's the best. You can't stop the Penguin King.
Yeah, you're right. I always said that to piss off Master TP10.
We
Really?
lost him. Fantastic.
Oh, did we? Oh.
Uh-oh.
That was sick bait, Anthony, with that DDD jab.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
knew that was going to happen.
While Henry's gone, I've noticed, while we're trying to get him back, I've noticed something, Anthony.
Yeah.
See, when Bobcast started, it had this issue where everything kept breaking, so we made a joke that God just hates Bobcast. And then after Bobcast left Bop and made its own thing on Skeon's channel, stopped having issues, maybe it's bad luck, just came over to Limbo.
what the actual fuck happened
Yeah,
there?
it's only been a little bit of a thing. Welcome back,
That's
Joe. What's your...
Michael the podcast. Anyway, where were we?
God hates Limbo.
Yeah, God hates
Yes.
Limbo. Hashtag. What's your favorite anime, Henry?
Favorite anime? That is a very intellectually stimulating question. If you can't tell, that's my favorite phrase. Personally, I thought that the anime Rocky 5 was a very, very good one. Had a lot of development.
What are your thoughts on Creed?
Oh, Creed, seriously, is a good movie. Not seriously should go out to the cotton fields.
Now, what do you think about the band Creed?
They shouldn't go out to the cotton fields.
Got it.
Have you heard about the Assassin's Creed?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm playing
Sorry.
Assassin's Creed. It is a series I have not played since 2012.
Yeah, you're not missing much. They're all shite.
When you think of mediocre online names, what pops into your mind?
When I think of really bad ones, I think of Karumi Fan 95.
No, not bad. Like mediocre.
Yeah, I know.
Completely
Mediocre.
middle of the road. Couldn't be inspired.
Rion RhinoMills.
Of course.
For no good reason.
Oh, nice. Do you
British
feel
Brony.
do you feel feel white guilt for all the pain and suffering Okizuma has been brought through the years for his fine Indian culture?
You know, Irish slaves were put under a lot worse
because-
than... Sorry, I'll let the guest answer, but that's facts for you.
Go ahead, Henry.
No, we see. Here's the thing. I don't, because he is under Bourg Productions is after him, and if Bourg Productions doesn't like you, then nobody should like you.
Oh,
It's a proven fact. Go read my dictionary. Henry's Really Good Guide to the Life. It's a very good book. I heard.
Is it
I wrote
stimulating?
it. Is it? No, it's not stimulating. It's Quentin Tarantinoing.
Would you compare it to the book The Secret?
No, I compare it to the book The Dancer, a male super story written by Derek Savage.
Oh, baby. How many times a day do you check your privilege, Henry?
None, but I hear this Zerarick fellow does. So I did the honor of making a petition on change.org to Mr. Emoji to get a check your privilege emoji for Zerarick.
How did you find, or how did Odd find Bourg?
How did Odd find Bourg? That is a very interesting question. The first time I had heard of Bourg Productions was when Youngblood Fantasy 91 had commentated on him, and then he made a rant on rionrhinoMills and commentated on that, requested by rionrhinoMills. What a faggot! And then they quote Mr. Flipper Invader, go after your own material, and then got his Skype. He removed me multiple times, called me a Mick, went to war with me in Dynamo Rocks for sure, and then we got him into a call, and he started calling people trannies, saying they should be out in the cotton fields, made insults about niggers. He was basically a pure human being. Then we threw
He
him
should be in the PFC.
I think
Then
he
we
was
threw
at
him-
one time. I'm almost positive.
Was he? Oh.
I don't think he ever came into call, but I think he was there. I saw someone with the Bourg name, and I was like, that looks familiar.
Yeah, but no, he is now. He got added to the chats fraud, like after him and Evan, Yagi, and Jacob, who's infamous for changing his name, so I'll call him Silvercoon, because that is his best name, clearly. They added him to a chat, and he loved it, so now he is a odd man.
Nice.
What's your favourite memory from
He
Odd?
also uses Zipcast, so he's a pure human being.
Nice.
What's your favourite memory from Odd?
My favorite memory was when I went on Twitter and called it, when it was known as the Confederacy of Independent Commentators, I went on and called it the commentary community equivalent of someone trying to be as good as George Bush, but failing because they don't have the sexiness of George Bush.
Do you have any...
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump?
Oh my, Donald Trump. What a man. I think Donald Trump, if he won the presidential election, would not only drive America into the ground, but it would be a beautiful fire to watch. And if he didn't, I would go on Tumblr and rant about it. If you don't know, I made a Tumblr account where I made a post saying Donald Trump did nothing wrong.
Oh, that's something to put in the description.
Tell me about John Enter.
John Enter. He is the animation review community's equivalent of something bad, probably. I don't really know. But he is actually probably one of the most intelligent human beings I've ever met. I think his opinion on trolling and his viewpoint on abuse are two of his strongest, suits, and I think he should make videos about the patriarchy, as I'd be interested in his viewpoint on it.
Well, I'm all out of ammo.
What was
guys.
that?
That was beautiful.
Whatever it was, sounded like a dying banshee.
I was just going to ask about what would you think of people who would use such things as mental diseases like autism as their sort of traits?
Their shtick.
Yeah.
Like, do you mean like people who use it like as a defense mechanism, or do you mean people who like?
Well,
make
I know.
Let's just pick a random name out of the hat. AJ the Autistic Pony.
No,
It's just a
I would
random name.
No, I want to go with Duke 86 fan.
Oh,
Is that Ryan's friend? I forget.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't remember. By all means, do continue though, Henry.
Duke 86 fan is a very interesting human being. Apparently, calling someone's terrible drawn avatar, being surprised that someone's terrible drawn avatar is a woman as a joke is the equivalent of being transphobic, and it is a good idea to talk to someone who literally has no opinion on about trans people every single day of your life. Now, before you think this is one of my classic bullshit for this podcast, I am actually being 100% serious here, and rionrhinoMills can back me up on this. Can't you, rionrhinoMills?
Quack.
Oh, and Duke 86 fan is infamous for his opinion on Lily Peet, which is different every other day.
I think to end this off then, what are your plans for 2016? How do you want to make use of this year?
I want to make use of it by making Zerarick and leave the internet, and I want to infiltrate the Kate and Mark's Hugbox chat and become their king.
Fantastic.
I can't tell if he's being serious or not. That's the best.
I know, right? It's the best deadpan I've heard in a while, definitely.
It's like Maud with a personality.
Ah.
All right.
Well.
You good, Ryan?
Yeah,
Was it magical?
definitely magical.
All right. I'd like to thank Molly, Ryan, Henry, British Ninja. It was beautiful, everybody. Wrapped up in about 30 minutes when I spliced these two calls together, and we'll see you later.
See ya.
All right.
Bye.
I was here for the scream noise.
Yeah.